He has a laser shooter on his umpire cam.
It happened that camera would be cool.
Jose Ramirez 387 in that time, and he's in some pain here. She's got to go back to Jason Kipnis in 2015. Off his back leg there.
Guy to watch play baseball. He does a lot of things well, and he does it with.
He says that one of the ways to fight back against the people who said you can't. On this 1-2 from Dustin May, Ramirez. May to the plate with a 2-2, and Jose Ramirez. Sometimes that means he chases too much, but rarely does it come with a swing and a miss. Another 2-2. The foul. Look, has 250 home runs, 250 stolen bases. Rolling.
Hit anything, and so picking a pitch to try and get him out with is hard. Action of his delivery, sometimes it's hard for him to get the ball.
Here's the payoff, and there's another foul ball in this first inning have come to Ramirez. Another 3-2 from May. Hook towards the right field corner. It is foul again. For your baseball games, hitting a ball with a bat, that's no. Down, swinging eventually. May wins the.
On demand, plus stream MLB Network 24/7 for the entire season.
Bybee did draw a walk. Takes high, 1-1. You're gone after your junior year. Now was the 20 velocity, was in the big leagues 2 years after he was drafted. And wasn't just in the big league. This spring, signed a long-term contract. He's falling behind Muncy 3-1, comes back home and finds the outside corner.
3 strikeouts in the first inning. We're all on the hard stuff at the beginning of the counts.
Taken high, leadoff walk.
It's the return of the real sourdough star, only at Carl's Jr.
Andy Pages had one of those. Also had an RBI hit. Takes ball 1. There goes Muncy, and no look from Bybee.
Even lifted his leg to go home. Max was just timed.
He's only attempted 2 stolen bases the last 2 years. Bybee thinking he ain't a closer. Got no idea how to control the run. Pages serves this one over second, and Muncy's headed for the plate. Jones, who's got a cannon, throws home, but it's 1-0 LA.
Good base running from Max Muncy. With nobody out, you don't want to make an out at home. You got to make. You know the strength of the arm in right field with Jones, but Max Muncy makes it easily.
That's all you needed.
So Andy Pages is.
A little more attention off.
Stolen bases this year. 1 ball, no strikes on Conforto. He's faced him twice. He's doubled both times. On the 1-0, Conforto swings and misses.
Bybee's head position when he comes set. He does face forward towards the catcher, but rarely.
Smack left side and through. Defense on the hole in it. First 3 of
hit just hard enough. The key to this hit is the accuracy of the ball. A seated guy at the plate.
First big league games last. Baptized a big leaguer here on the road. Other than 2 yesterday, 2 hits and a walk, hit a home run, but day off. Back in there tomorrow with the 1 o'clock game.
You get to go to the bench.
Holding forever, now pitching. And a line drive base hit to center for Rushing. 4 consecutive base runners to open the second.
Could have easily gotten a sac fly or it right back from where it came from. Knocked the ball right out.
Work where they had their chances, just couldn't come through scoring position. And now the 9-hitter Tommy Edman.
Number 25, Tommy.
Stays in his first week off of the IL. Is anything mechanical. Coaches feel good about some of the work they did. Except his righty swing pinched in here thinking maybe bunt. Takes a strike. The left room to climb back in. So he's had to shed though.
Bibby's gotten the Dodger hitters away.
Pickoff toss is second. Conforto's in there.
On first.
Tommy Edman has been better the bigger the spot. 3-9 on this 1-1 from Bibby. Takes way inside. Ball 2.
And all of a sudden you have a great outing, and now this is the outing it has to be, especially against the Dodgers. Well, trying to come back and make it to the outside corner.
It goes full. As a kid playing video games once through the control, not stand losing. One of those guys that. Here comes a 3-2, and it's fought off foul.
When you have to pay for that TV.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be a long time.
Another payoff. Tap to second. Tag play. They got the tag and a double. And Searchin gets 2 for the price of 1.
That was a really block to get that tag, keep the ball in the glove, then transfer to the hand and throw it.
So instead of this inning starting to ravel out of control, he's got 2 out. You know the backstory of this. Anytime this seems to happen, move day off. Back in there tomorrow with the 1 o'clock game.
Get to go to the bench.
Holding forever, now pitching. And a line drive base hit to center for rushing. Or 2-0. 4 consecutive base runners stole.
Could have easily gotten a sac fly. It came from. Knocked the ball right out there to center field. That's pretty good.
They had their chances, just couldn't come through. Position. And hitter Tommy Edman.
Number 25, Tommy.
6 days in his first week off of the IL. Is anything mechanical. Coaches feel good about some of the work they did. Except his righty swing was pinched in here thinking maybe bunt. Takes a strike this side.
Way.
Pickoff toss is second. Conforto's in there. Here. On this 1-1 from Bibby, takes way inside.
Adjustments, and all of a sudden you have a great outing, and now this is the place to be, especially against the Dodgers. Well, trying to come back and make it to the outside corner.
Bibby to Edman. It goes full. Once through the controller at the family's TV, losing. One of those guys that despises. Here comes a 3-2, and it's fought off.
You have to pay for that TV.
Yeah, right.
It's going to be a long time.
Another payoff. Tag play. They got the tag and a double. 1.
That was a really sweet play. There is a lot going on in your baseball clock to get that tag, keep the ball in the glove, then transfer to the hand.
And so instead of this inning starting to ravel out of control, he's, you know, the backstory of this. Anytime this scene, but I'm going to take an edge when I can find it. First and third, 2 away. First pitch is high. The last. How dare ya? 1 ball, 1 strike.
It gets personal for the Dodgers. I love it when we get to see that emotion.
He's ahead 2-1.
Through the whole clubhouse. Allows everybody to.
On a 2-1 pitch, Mookie Betts pokes it for everybody. And Mookie Betts normally a very steady state. And he's worked the count full.
It seems like when his pitches are the sharpest.
In 30 pitches here in the second. Ohtani will get a head start. There he goes. Here it comes. Betts fouls it off, and we'll do it again. 3-2 to Betts. And it's second walk of the inning. Bases loaded for Freddie Freeman.
Another hitter.
Freeman, who didn't waste any time. Bases loaded, 2 out. Here's Bybee's pitch. Dips low.
Position on this team. We go with Teoscar, Will Smith, Freddie Freeman.
1-0 pitch comes home to Freeman, and it's inside. Ball.
And now he's seen a lot of spin in this.
Traded a change in there. Bybee does not get very much chase. In fact, gets less chase than any pitcher in the American League. On this 2-1, Freeman swings and misses. 2-2.
Successful as he is on the edges of the strike zone, you would think that he would get more chase, but
2-2 pitch. Fouled off, and he's staying.
He can go as hard as 97, and now he goes down to 78.
37th pitch of the second inning coming from Tanner Bybee. In the dirt, blocked by Naylor.
Came.
Dodgers have given steps back to the mound for the second. Kyle Manzardo watches strike one. That jumbo jack tomorrow to hopefully watch some baseball. Ball and a strike. Mays 1-1 delivery. Swing and a miss. 1-2. That's more than any starting pitcher in baseball, and it's been the pitch that up with the fastball. 2-2.
Sweeping side to side, but when it has some depth. Off-speed pitch. If you think about the sinker, the four-seamer.
Got him. Fastball sprints away.
With, and then really to change eye lines, he needs to go with the four-seamer up. So the four-seamer is an important pitch for him.
Where it all began for him. He got off to a rough start. Got those pants hiked up high.
Leg guards for sliding on the floor.
That's a bullet foul. Sent to Philadelphia for a year, came back to Cleveland for 2 years. Season on a 1-year deal. Destroys his bat on a ball that. And Santana reaches with one away here in the second.
Freeman with the ball off the bat, and then the spin on that ball.
Giving Santana
a robot cam.
Strike on Daniel Schneemann. They've given him a hit.
If he scores, it was an error.
Schneemann made a really nice play at second base. Schneemann, who started in right field yesterday, moves into second, where he spent most of his time this year. Schneemann's the first guy in to be made right away your first week in the big leagues.
Unbelievable. Manager just said, yeah, I'll take your word at it.
Yeah, I'll go take. Two gone in the second inning. The lone right-handed here and Gabriel Arias. So Stephen Vogt just throwing the book better against Dustin May. You see that, and for whatever reason, he hasn't been able to control those same pitches to right-handed hit.
Into righties, it seems to leak into the middle of the plate. Kind of splits that you look at and shake your head when all of a sudden the guard.
0-2 to Arias. Swing and a miss there, hopping his way off of the mound. See at least a 500 trip for the win tonight. It's Teoscar Hernandez to open the third. Thank my lucky stars I got through that second. Now I can settle in and put together an outing here.
Getting out of that inning. The pitch count's not there, but the scoreboard's fine on this road trip. It's odd that it's just 2-2.
2-0. Foul the zone. Had another RBI. On this 2-1 pitch. Chops it along third. Man, already this game. Start of the third inning, 7 Dodgers have reached. Breaking pitch gets him swinging. And getting the job done with his legs.
Doesn't matter how fast you run. If that's your jump, and then you score on. Made it easily.
Fouls off the first pitch here. Muncy scoring a run is this year's version of. On the 0-1 from Bybee. Muncy watches strike 2. And Schneemann and Martinez. It's Martinez coming in.
Hit in their last pitches of the at-bat. That one.
Yandy Pages, RBI hit in both games. You've been going through. Can you keep those streaks, those bad streaks? The 1-1 pitch. Got it off the end. Santana's got it. And Bibby's got his. Dodgers have won 5 of the last 7 matchups between 9 and 24 this year. Nolan Jones takes down. There are 5 franchises that to 1908. Bouncing ball to second and routine. Angel Martinez, the 9-hitter.
Tony Pena, and then he had all the kids that were just qualified.
That's some lineup depth. Fly ball right. He's got it. 2 up and 2 down in the 3rd for May.
Last half inning for him, he got him with 3 different pitches.
And he's never been a guy that's gotten high whiff numbers. Highest that it's been. This That's sure that's coming later. Base is empty, 2 away. Stephen Kwan, the hitter, 0 for 4 yesterday, a rare thing. Said he built that hand-eye coordinate to hit him. If not for a pinball machine. On a 2-1 from May. Kwan takes way outside, ball through.
I love pinball. I love any of those parlor games. Pool, ping pong, dart, all of it. Got me academically ineligible.
Underrated games out there.
Yeah.
Watch out for Kwan. He attempted to steal first pitch after he reached in the 1st inning. May's 0-1. On the 1-1 pitch, Naylor able to lay off. Sweeper's in for his
arm side and a back door and land that sweeper.
There he goes. Strike 3, inning over.
30th through June 1st. Visit Dodgers.com/tickets. You better hurry.
Dodgers up 2-0 to the 4th inning. Michael Conforto swings through Tanner Bybee's first pitch. Bibee off of the hook a little bit there. No balls and 2 strikes.
Michael's hitting some tough luck. His exit, go for it. Hits the ball weakly in his first.
Here's Dalton rushing, knocked it around with a base hit of his own in the 2nd.
Just a basic line drive right back up the middle.
Strike 1.
If it was up, so far he hasn't seen one in this at bat.
Stays soft yesterday with Haesung Kim, and that is limited playing times. Guys on this team around me, number one, you understand obviously why it's the key to find a way to make it work. On the payoff from Bibee, rushing takes strike 3.
Yeah, this is a really good pitch. In some ways, it's strike 4. Corner.
7 straight returning to bounce into a key double play in that 2nd. A really nice play by the second base. Past the diving Santana and a base hit into right for Ed.
Fastball shall not pass. And he just whacked at it. Hit.
And he gets Ohtani up there with a man aboard in this 4th inning. Lifts one, steps back onto the track. It is scraping drive the other way, and Ohtani's got his
12. Were surprised. They have not seen in person a left-hand hitter like this year that hits it to left like a right hand, blown away on the mound.
How did he do? So that guy's not human. Correct. By season's end. Ball and a strike on Betts. So the Dodgers
later, they get 2 more runs. Base hit to right, home run to left.
Before the calendar flips to June. We still got a few days left in May.
Good.
He good.
He good.
Bibee to Betts, 2-2. Full count.
Roll. Now I get him up a base hit to Dinger.
Stephen Kwan settles under it, and that will retire the great Ohtani. 4-0 for the Dodgers. He struck out. Kind of a backup cutter, looked like a changeup. 9 innings flat, last 2 starts. 13 Ks.
Bat on plane, gets the ball in the air, doesn't hit it real well, jammed himself a little bit. It's a hole, keeps the streak alive.
Manzardo pulls it down the line foul. It's the longest hitting streak in Cleveland. His was 22. That's up in that stance. Gets those feet buzzing. Buzzes those feet. Anchors in. There goes Ramirez. Going to be a tough one for rushing. Still put it on it.
He does it all. Plays really good deep. He's an energizer bunny. And here he is stealing a bag.
Out's good about the same pitches against lefties, but doesn't feel good about those.
In and the batter's on the other side.
Strikes him out with a high fastball here.
I had trouble throwing the box when I wanted to throw inside to a lefty, and I would just mentally move the hitter.
Left-handed hitter.
Yep. It would come back too far, and I wouldn't start it in the right.
Los Santana with one away. Ball 1 strike.
What's going on in your mind? Like when you first start seeing the curveball or sweeper being told to curve right at the end, let the grip do the work, and it was just so. I don't think it's that way, fall grip, but I want you to throw fastball, and that was one of the breakthroughs I had.
2-2. Full count. Guardians fed some traffic. He has 2 strikes. Here it comes. Walked him. Broke in 15 years ago. And here comes a word from Jack in the box.
My Nashville Hot Pop
Picked him his first son. Ahead 1-0. Doing it as well lately. That's a high fly ball to deep right field, and it's going to change this game. Daniel Schneemann.
It's a 2-seamer that's up, and it's just didn't do it as soon as it was hit. And you just want to deliver
it. This year. Strike on Arias. Stephen Vogt was saying yesterday on Daniel Schneemann sees a little bit of himself. Powerhouse BYU. 6 years in the minor. Line for a 2-run double. Right, whatever kind of story you want. Doesn't always have to be the little engine that could.
this and expect it.
Hernandez going back. That ball's carrying really well to the wall, and he's got it.
Going to go that far at all. I thought that's the kind of ball that's just very routine, but this one carried.
It was an out. Two of them in this fourth, and a ball on Nolan Jones. Ooh, they were 27 years of age, Rookie of the Year 2 years ago. Last 2 years, though, all the tools between his actual slugging percentage and what the way he by very low. Traded for him this in May. Watches it miss away. The count goes
size the way he carries it. Kind of a Joe Mauer.
And here in the fourth, another 3-2 to Jones. Dives back in there for strike. The last inning, 3-run home run to make it a 4-3 game to the top of the fifth. Freeman in the first inning today's single game. With all the lefties in that lineup. Now granted, and Guardians always aggressive with their bench. Caught it the season. Aaron Boone and Stephen Vogt were talking. They played each other in the championship series. So you got to find every chance you can to make the right move for every little edge. And the talent, relatively speaking, is added depth.
Guy's been feeling how his batting practice went. The way he talks to you, they've got it. Both these guys.
2-5 his season high that he set last time.
Image for the Dodgers. Yeah, Ohtani had the big big fly, but Muncy and Pajes and Conforto. And
here comes a 2-2. Swatted towards right. Jones not going to get there. Off the base of the wall. Ricochets right to Jones, who's got the best arm in baseball. And outfield.
Looks like he can hit the corner too. Home run, but he's a little slow getting out of the box. Being an observer. And that might have been the difference, but this is a really good throw.
Yeah, but to your point, between there's no question that he shouldn't be headed to second there.
Yeah, what?
Muncy, right center field. It's Martinez, and it's a 1-2. 9-1-2 for the Guardians coming up. This is Angel Martinez to lead off that he sees down the line. Conforto. We'll watch it become a souvenir. Loose out there.
Well, Dave Roberts this whole inning.
Ahead 0-2.
Swing and miss.
Yeah.
This almost got him.
There's strikeout number.
The sweeper, the cutters chipped in one, fastballs chipped in one, and the sinkers chipped in a couple.
Lately. Back to the top in Kwan, who's reached both time. Kwan out of Oregon State. Set an uncomfortably lofty goal for yourself. Grounded to second. So he said, I want to be the best. Naylor with 2 away. Christian Yelich. Batting average list. It's 215 at least in the conversation. Is 1-1 pitch. He's ahead.
Oh, or Ichiro.
Backdoor strike 3.
That backdoor sweeper he throws to lefties was on.
Came up for the Major League bullpen. Had a breakout year. He's been even better this year. Butterfield now. Their top bullpen arms. Poke to first, knocked down by Santana, who recovers and gets it over.
He does a nice job keeping in front of him on the tough hop. Gaddis did a nice job not.
Here's a 1-1. Man, oh man, that pitch is nasty.
Slider, four-seamer, and changeup, and this is the combio right here.
Dances. '27-year and loosens as Gaddis fires. Conforto hits one hard. He's going back. He's at the wall. There it goes. Michael. Games of the year. That's his first one since April 5th.
Dave Roberts has told him about to pay off. Base hit tonight on a ground ball, and now that home run.
First home run since April 5th. Just his second RBI since April. To feel like you're making meaningful progress in the pregame. What he's going through. Well, he's due. Oh, for his last one. 4th inning. It wins in back-to-back games here. Perhaps the bigger story. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss over that change. Brooklyn-born Sandy Koufax on the pitch. And delivers ball 1 to Jose. Chopper to third. Muncy on a short hop. Steps into it and gets it.
Max Muncy's defense has been much talked about, but that was an outstanding play. No matter how it's going for you, it was the easiest part.
Couple redemption stories, and Muncy making a fantastic defensive play there. Upstairs. Ball on a strike. Over to right it goes, or over to center comes Teoscar Hernandez.
Dreyer is one of those guys that comes out of the pen that.
Carlos Santana looks like a
on the clock.
A little grace. Single and a walk today. Got an 0-1 from Dreyer. Hernandez coming on. Tommy Edman going out. Teoscar Hernandez makes.
Yep.
Tim Herron comes out. Looks like everybody's okay. Better than okay. Get an Ohtani souvenir. The 13 home runs this month, the most in Dodger history in the month of May. It's a chase from Ohtani. Jacob Junis loosens. Doubles up on that curveball, which statistically.
It's interesting how this is called a curveball and it feels like a sweeper to me.
That's 10 strikeouts.
Tough approach to that pitch.
In center field, Jones is there. Kasparius ready to go. Let's see if he's.
Want to watch the pitch counts a little closer with a day game. Your starter, if all of a sudden there's a rain delay, now you got a big time bullpen game.
Yeah, the start ended after 2 innings on Friday night and coming tomorrow. Last time that the Dodgers. Well. See if Naylor's got room. Looks like he does. And Tim Herron's got a 1-2-3 in it.
And a fastball. I don't know if anybody has a tougher job than there's nothing easy about his gig.
No.
I think certain guys you knew had to play.
Yeah, because certain guys weren't going to play.
Going. You know what? If he can do something every time he plays.
In the air, center field. Pulls it down, one away.
About Ohtani, but where does Judge rank in all of this?
And Kasparius, number 78.
This kid's off to a really good.
I think we've got to rethink the retired numbers thing.
I agree.
Just put your name. 1-0 pitch.
That's right at you.
That was coming in hot. I didn't know you were going to get it, Louis. Come on. Moved on that one. That was coming in hot, Arch.
I know it was.
Yeah, one from Kasparius. And Arias could not get to that
He said, but watch him slide it over. He went to first base side with it and comes back at you as a crossfire. He got no chance. I mean, he just slides over to that first base side, and here comes that slider.
Did you see?
Look at that. Those.
This guy, when he checked, it would.
Boy, a dart there.
Defy wire cam. Yeah, thank you to Mike. Line and Kwan just could not get there. Teoscar Hernandez with his second hit of the night, but opponents batting .293 against him before. And a topper off the foot. And the 0-2. Ground ball. Diving stop by Jose. Gets to his feet. One hop.
Found some holes tonight, but I think Jose realized Hernandez was going in there. The throw across the diamond, he wasn't able to get Muncy, but it's safe.
Yeah, back in the. Yeah, with the left-handed hitter, that's just the way they. Now the 1-2. I mentioned.